Hey gang, welcome to Darrell In Tents. I'm here with my buddy Bruce, and the guy is a culinary genius. Today, on this special episode of Darrell In Tents, we are going to fry an egg in the shell on coals. So stick around. You're going to want to like and share and subscribe right now. Hello, Bruce, or Cookie.
Yes.
Or Chuck Wagon Chuck, as we like to call
whatever my new name is.
Okay, so we're gonna fry an egg.
Yes.
Okay, talk us through this.
Okay, so I'm an old Boy Scout as well. I've heard you talk a lot about being an old Boy Scout. And,
yeah.
And my dad was our Scoutmaster, and he used to teach us part of your camping merit badge, or your cooking merit badge, I should say, was you had to cook at least one meal, and usually two, without any utensils to speak of.
Okay.
Okay, so we would do things like, baked potatoes, put a potato over in the side in some coals, or take a steak and throw it on coals, so on and so forth.
Sure.
Well, my dad was adept at doing several things, and one of which was frying an egg in its shell.
Okay.
You say, how do you do that? Well, I am going to attempt to show you. I have not done this, by the way, in about 50 years. Okay.
Oh, this is going to be good.
But we're going to see if I can recreate what my
Why
dad
not?
used to.
Let's give it a shot.
We're going to have 2 eggs we're going to try, and we'll see. So.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, so how we're going to start this, folks, is we take our trusty knife. You want one with a pretty good point to it, okay? Because what we're going to do, we're going to take one of these eggs. We're going to try have an extra one just in case, but
good call.
So what we do is we take this knife and we go to the top of the egg, and you slowly drill, and this could take me several minutes, as you might see, because we don't want to obviously just flat out break the egg.
You just want a little hole in the top.
We just want an 1/8 inch or so hole, if I can get it to cooperate. There, it's starting to dig in.
What's the purpose of that hole?
Okay, the hole is to allow it to breathe, if you will.
Okay.
There we go, starting to feel it. So, obviously, an egg in a confined space like this is going to do what? It's going to boil. It's going to bubble up, right? Mm-hmm. So the purpose is, and you see I got a little crack down here, but it should be fine. I think I got enough of a hole here. So we're going to set this over on the edge of these coals.
All right.
And as it gets warm, what we're going to try to do from here on is to monitor and keep this hole clear with this knife, okay? So that it can hence fry. Because if we let it bubble too much and it closes this hole up, guess what happens? It will explode, folks.
So maybe an 1/8 of an inch is all we're looking at.
Yeah, and I probably only have a 1/16, but I'm having a little trouble getting just what I want in the hole. But we're gonna start with this and try it. Oh, there we go. That's a little better. Go the other way and scrape out just a little more out of there. Okay, I'm kind of liking that.
Okay.
So we're going down over here in these coals that we've had prepared. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go over to the edge and try to get some that are. Oh, I see that it already got a little hot. You see it boil up just immediately? Mm-hmm. So we're going to do this just a little bit big. Let's just take this here.
Okay.
There. Now I got the membrane poked.
Yeah, good call.
Now, we're going to set this over the edge. Now, obviously, this will take a few minutes, folks. It's like no more different than cooking at home.
Right. You just took a toothpick.
You took a toothpick and poked down through the membrane and.
Smart.
So, folks, as you can see, it's starting to bubble up a little bit, and you had an egg down. Hang on, egg down.
Egg down.
But we're gonna. Well, sorry, folks. You can imagine we're in a fire here, so I don't want to put my whole hand down there. Good thing I got this fancy toothpick. There we go. So we've lost a little bit of the egg white, but we'll see how we do here. Well, as you can see, folks, she's bubbling up, so we got to make sure we're obviously, with it boiling, what it has to do to cook, some of it will come out. I mean, you just can't help it. So if you're real hungry, you might have to do like 2 of these, see?
Mm-hmm. So Brad's got one going here. And Brad, you've actually put together 4 coals to kind of make a little seat for it, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay. Meanwhile, back on the other side of the fire grate.
And unfortunately, this is not a fast process, but hey, if you don't have utensils, there you go. Or if you just don't want to dirty up a pan, whether you have utensils or not.
Just kind of keeping that hole clear.
Yes.
Smart. Yeah, it's oozing, isn't it?
It is cooking good.
Yeah, you get it too hot too fast, it'll do that.
Okay, so over here, but interestingly, you can see the egg cooking on the outside of the shell. Over here. And here, same thing, where it was oozing and still oozing.
We're getting pretty close over here, folks. Keep pushing this toothpick in. I can also hold big enough I can kind of see, but kind of like when you're doing a cake, you know, you punch it in, and if you got anything, no residue left on it, there's a little bit there. So I probably should get a clean toothpick for my next attempt so we can make sure. And this will be a...
Brad, yours is coming along fine as well.
Yes, look at that.
It is. It's happy.
Okay, I got a clean toothpick. We're going to see what we got here. Oh, it's firming up in there. I can feel that for sure. Yeah, there's still a little, right there, it's still a little wet. Yeah, but oh, yeah.
So this one is smoking. It's actually smoking. You can see the puffs of smoke coming out of there. And it smells like an egg. Imagine that.
Let's take another stab at this, if we will.
As it were.
Looky there, folks.
You're getting close.
That, I would say, might be done. It sure grabbed the toothpick, did it? Kind of like when you go into a cake and you go to want to pull it out. Pretty clean. And it feels like it's getting solid in there. We'll give it a couple more minutes, but...
This one over here is smoking like Mount St. Helen. Okay, what do you think, bro?
Well, I think we just had a little bit of a blowout, but look inside there, folks. That egg looks like she's done.
And we got scrambled eggs. This one just blew up too. But look there. I think that egg's done, seriously.
I do too.
And really, when it blows up, maybe that's when it's done.
Well, Dad never let them blow up, but...
Wow. That's incredible. You got the egg whites.
The yolk
you
is
got
done,
the egg yolk done. Look at that. So the key was simply to keep the top open. And you know what? If it blows up when it's done, it's done. And?
That is a perfect egg right there.
There you go. Fried egg. Well, not a fried egg. Cooked egg on the stove. And what do you have over here, Bruce?
We have the same thing. An egg that we, just like you would fry it, without the...
Like a hard-boiled, only not boiled.
Not boiled, exactly.
Like a hard-baked.
It's going to taste like a fried egg.
It's
what it's going to taste like. Without, obviously, the salt and peppers we would have done with it at the house, you know, in your skillet or whatever.
That's over in the camp kitchen.
Still hot to the touch, obviously. So I'm trying to be careful so you can see down in here a little better, but...
Well, that's incredible. I've never seen an egg cooked in its shell. That one's a quarter eaten. But
the cook was hungry. You got to,
the
the
cook was
chef has to
hungry. All right,
sample.
let me check this. Just
Yeah,
man, that thing's hot.
I'll break you off a piece. And...
It's just like a hard-boiled egg, cooked right there in the coals. Just put the drill the hole in the top and keep the
stamp of approval.
That's just
keep
like
the hole clean.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
That is...
Okay, so there you go. Fried egg, actually a baked egg in the shell, in the coals of the campfire. What's wrong with that? If you like the video, click the thumbs up button. It helps me a lot. And if you like the channel, click the subscribe button. A free subscription costs you nothing, but it really does help the channel continue to grow. And if you click the notification bell on the main page right next to the subscribe button, you'll join me on every excursion that I take. Thanks for watching. God bless.